Welcome to exclusive diaries for inspiring relationship stories that touch your heart. Subscribe to stay up to date with our latest content and join us on our journey of love and connection.
My husband cheated on me, but I'm choosing to stay silent. Hey Reddit. I really need to get something off my chest, and I hope you can lend me an ear. I'm a 35-year-old woman who's been married to my husband for a solid decade, and we've been inseparable for 15 years. We have 2 amazing kids, an 8-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy. I can't stress enough how much I love my husband and what we've built together. But there's something that's been eating away at me, and I don't know what to do about it. You see, I made a conscious decision to be a stay-at-home mom after marrying him. I had a flourishing career as an architect, but he asked me to give it up so I could be there for our children. And honestly, I loved every moment of being a full-time mom. It fulfilled me in ways I couldn't have imagined. But lately, things have been different. My husband has become extra attentive and loving, even more than usual. Don't get me wrong, he's always been caring and sweet, but it's like he's taken it up a notch. He used to be interested in my hobbies, took me out on romantic dates, and spoiled me with thoughtful gifts. Now, the presents have gotten more frequent and extravagant. Money isn't an issue for us, but it just feels off. Even in the bedroom, there's been a noticeable change. He's suddenly more considerate about my desires and has been showering me with affection and kisses. At first, I thought it was incredible and felt like I hit the jackpot in the romance department. I thought I had the perfect life. But then, that one fateful night happened. My husband was in the shower, and I heard my phone ringing. I reached for it, only to realize that he had accidentally taken my phone with him, and I had his in my hand. Curiosity got the best of me, and I answered the call, thinking it might be something important. And boy, was I in for a shock. It was a woman from his workplace. And the first words out of her mouth were, "Hi, baby," in a tone that made my stomach churn. I immediately hung up, unable to comprehend what I had just heard. My mind raced, and I decided to dig deeper by looking through their text messages. And there it was, loads of flirting and explicit conversations. But to my surprise, there was no evidence of more than anything physical happening between them. Whenever she tried to get personal, he shut her down. That night, we went out to dinner as planned, and we made love. I wanted it to be the most mind-blowing experience he ever had. We fell asleep in each other's arms, but when he left the next morning to pick up the kids from his parents, something inside me shifted. I realized that I can't give up the life and happiness I'd built because of one mistake, especially because of our children. We didn't sign a prenup when we got married, so divorce isn't a simple option for him. I genuinely believe his affair is nothing more than a temporary fling, a reckless adventure. The woman he's involved with is just a passing hobby for him. And honestly, she could never be his wife. The people he associates with and the circles he moves in would never accept her, and he knows that. So, I've made a choice. I'm going to act like nothing happened and focus on living my best life. I'll continue cherishing my loving husband, our incredible kids, and all those Prada and Gucci purses, shoes, and dresses. As for his side piece, she'll only receive empty promises and clandestine encounters because she could never replace me. They may enjoy the temporary thrill, but she can never be a part of his world. I know some of you may have strong opinions about this, but I just needed to share my story with someone who won't judge me. It's a secret burden that I'm releasing into the void. Thanks for being here, Reddit. TLDR, my husband cheated on me, but I've chosen to stay silent and carry on with my life. I love him too much to let one mistake ruin everything we've built together. I'll focus on living my best life while his affair remains a fleeting adventure for him. Comment 1. Just because he's not leaving you at the moment doesn't mean he didn't choose her over you. She was apparently worth breaking his vows. And clearly it wasn't one mistake, because she called him baby. This wasn't a drunken one-night stand. How do you know he won't leave you for her? How do you know she's the only one? And if your kids ever find out, you're setting a terrible example of love for them. But hey, I guess whatever you need to tell yourself to sleep at night. Comment 2. Good for you. Too many on Reddit are quick to say leave, but maybe there is a void that needs to be filled and the husband and wife don't have 100% of each other needs filled. If you can be happy and he doesn't take that away from you, then good. No one should be trapped in a relationship that both people can't be happy. Maybe those other people can help you and yours build a better relationship. Story 2. My husband of 26 years is cheating on me with my best friend. I'm writing this post to share the heartbreaking and devastating news that my husband of 26 years is cheating on me with my best friend. To make matters worse, we have 6 children together, our oldest being 33, who is married and has 2 kids of his own. Our youngest is 11 years old. She is too young to even know about anything her father is doing. We also have 3 more grandchildren, and yet my husband still made the decision to cheat on me. We've been married for such a long time, and I always thought we had a strong and unbreakable bond. We've been through so much together, raising our children and building a life together. We've weathered storms, overcome challenges, and built memories that I thought we would cherish forever. But now, I feel like everything has been shattered. To find out that my husband has been cheating on me with my best friend is betrayal on so many levels. The person who was supposed to love and cherish me above all others has chosen to disrespect and humiliate me in the most unimaginable way. The person who has always been my confidant and support system has turned against me, leaving me feeling alone and isolated. But what hurts even more is the impact this betrayal has on our children. Our oldest child is married with kids of his own, and he has always looked up to his father as a role model. How can I explain to him, and the rest of our children, that the man they have always looked up to has committed such a heinous act? How can I protect them from the pain and heartbreak that I'm experiencing? As I try to come to terms with this new reality, I can't help but wonder where we go from here. Can our marriage survive this? Can we rebuild the trust and respect that has been lost? And if we do manage to work through this, how do we navigate the relationship between my husband and my former best friend? I wish I could say that I have all the answers, but honestly, I'm at a loss. All I know is that my heart is broken, and I'm struggling to make sense of it all. I'm also struggling to find the strength to move forward, but I know that I have to be strong for my children and for myself. If anyone has gone through a similar experience, I would love to hear your advice and insights. How did you navigate the pain and heartbreak of infidelity, and what steps did you take to rebuild your relationship or move on? Comment 1. I'm in the final stages of my divorce. Married for 20, and he cheated for most of it. The hardest thing to do was tell our daughter, and the second hardest was realizing it had nothing to do with me. Cheating is a choice, and those who cheat are cowards. Therapy was my savior and helped me on the journey to healing. The bigger betrayal is the best friend. I strongly recommend cutting all contact with her while you deal with this. Since your kids are adults, gather them together and tell them. Give them the proof and tell them who the AP is. You no longer owe them any grace. I told everybody when I found out, because if I had feel the shame of not seeing the signs, he got to feel it for what he did. Lawyer up and get your affairs in order to prepare for a new reality. You deserve to be free of him and the so-called friend. Comment 2. My dad cheated on my mom. It all blew up when I was 11. They tried to hide it from us, but I remember asking my aunt why mom was so mad at dad. I told her that the only thing I could think of was that dad cheated on mom. They told me he never did that, they lied. Your youngest is old enough to understand what is going on. I was. Do not lie to your kids. Finding out the truth as an adult messed me right up and destroyed my happy family illusion. Sugarcoat it for the youngest if you must, but do not lie. Tell your oldest the full unfiltered truth. They will want to be there for you. I am sorry you're going through this. Some people stay together, forgive and make it work. But, if you know you can't get over the betrayal, get out now. Staying together while angry and miserable is not better for the kids and often leads to toxic behaviors and resentment. Know that if you forgive him and he wants it to work, that zero contact with the former bestie is a must. Good luck, OP. Thank you for watching.